Greetings ladies and gents, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alex here, and another Q&A because I have so many questions that are remaining unanswered, so we have to take them one by one. We have to answer some of them. I have a few selected right here, so yeah, let's get started. This is Flight Attendant Q&A once again, and I prepared myself with a coffee as well. Right, the first question: how many destinations are served by Etihad? Before the pandemic it used to be something like 110 or more, and right now it's right about 95 destinations served by Etihad, and plus we have a few seasonal ones like Greece, a lot of Greece destinations like Santorini or Mykonos and so on and so forth. Those are seasonal destinations. Yeah, let's see the next question. Okay, this is a weird one. So, did you apply any makeup before the flight? Thank you. No, ladies and gents, I have never in my life applied makeup on myself. Okay, there's a caveat to here. I was doing modeling before, long time back in Romania, and one time we had this ladies putting on makeup on us for, I don't know, a shooting or catwalk or something, I don't know. But that was way back, and it was for a purpose. All right, let's continue. Do you all get paid for deadheading flights and standbys? This is a good question. The answer is yes. Deadheading flight in Etihad is paid half of the normal rate. What is deadheading? I explained on this channel before. It is an empty flight filled with just airline personnel, like flight deck and cabin crew. That's a deadheading flight. And standbys, we all know what it means, is when the rostering team puts you to wait for a certain flight. They can give you absolutely anything. We are paid for airport standby, but I'm not sure about home standby. I think that one is not paid. You just have to wait for a flight. I am currently Qatar crew. I'm curious to know, majority European in Etihad. Oh, so our fellow Qatar cabin crew is greeting us. Yes, indeed, at the moment we have a lot of crew from Europe and a lot of crew from Middle East, like Moroccan or Egyptian. We have quite a lot nowadays, and more coming because there's so many assessment days. Now, what is your next promotion opportunity? So right now, ladies and gents, I am a business class cabin crew. I am working as FJ. That's the position that's designated to me. The next position would be cabin senior in charge of economy. So if I will ever upgrade, I will upgrade to cabin senior, which is back in economy but being in charge of it. What is your favorite aircraft? It is indeed the 787 because that's the main fleet. That's what I fly the most, and I'm used to it as a cabin crew. Now, as a design perspective, as what do I like to look at in the airport? I would say definitely the Airbus A350. I haven't worked on it yet, but I like to look at it. I think it's a pretty aircraft. Next question: are there lots of differences with EU airlines? Thank you from EasyJet colleagues. So, greetings again from one of our colleagues working in EasyJet. The main difference between Middle Eastern carriers and European carriers is that for you guys, you have probably less flying hours. You don't really have night flights. We have more of those than you guys. For you guys, many times you do short legs, a lot of short legs between European cities. For example, EasyJet, it's a carrier that has only short and medium hauls, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. We are more jet lagged than you guys, but also, obviously, the money and benefits, they're different here. We have accommodation for free, we have utilities for free, we have all those flying benefits. But in Europe, if you work for Ryanair or EasyJet or whatever airline, you have to pay your own accommodation, you have to pay your own transportation to and from the airport. So all of those things, you know, they're not included over there, but they are here. All right, next question. What happens when flight attendants get sick or nauseous while turbulence during flight? That's a very good question. And in this case, we have antiemetic medication. We have medication for vomiting. We have medication for all kind of stuff on board, so we can just use that. We use that with the passengers. We can also use it for the cabin crew. So of course, that's health and safety. So we'll complete a sort of a report at the end of the flight with what happened and what medication was used on flights. All right, next question. Why some people have a visa to US flight and other no? It all depends. It all depends on the airline requirements. If the airline has a need for a lot of crew to be holding a US visa, they will just grant the US visa to a lot of crew. Other times, like now, if they don't really need crew for US flights, they will not grant visas. So It all depends. Also, I believe it can depend on nationalities. Some nationalities may get the visa easier than others, but that depends on the embassy and all of those things. So I'm not familiar with those things. For me, it's easy to get a crew visa, I believe, as a Romanian. All right. Hey Alex, how are you? Hope you are doing well. My question is, what exactly recruiters look in a candidate? Again, this is a question that we can talk a lot about. This is a topic that we can talk a lot about. And I would urge you to just book a session with me, book a Zoom call. You know, I talked about this before. You have the option from buymeacoffee.com to book a session with me. We'll have a 30 minutes conversation about anything that you like, and I can actually give you personalized answers. To be specific and to answer your question, just look at the requirements the airline has posted on their page. That's it. That's what they are looking for. Next question. All right, is the first 6 weeks training a part of the probation period? Yes, it is, because the probation period starts at the joining date. So from joining date, you have 6 months probation, and those 6 weeks are included, or they're supposed to be included. What is cabin crew? What is cabin crew? What are you doing on my page? So what is a cabin crew? We're basically customer service night owls that provide the good service and they travel a lot. That's what's a cabin crew. I don't know if that description works. But anyway, do Etihad employ Africans as cabin crew? I haven't seemed to see one before. Yes, we do. We do have Africans, not too many, I believe. We have a lot of South Africans, actually, like so many people from South Africa nowadays joining the company. Even Central Africa, I believe we do have some. Next question, is the problem if I don't have perfect teeth? Well, I don't have perfect teeth either. For example, the teeth down here, I should put the braces for them because they're not perfectly aligned. But you don't need to have perfect teeth. You need to have a nice smile. A nice smile works wonders. Perfection doesn't exist really, and it's okay if you don't have perfect teeth. Nobody's perfect, but just make sure you have a nice smile if you go to one of those airline interviews, right? Oh, the same person. How can I improve my English? I talked about this on my channel before. Read English books, talk to people on a daily basis in English, right? Make friends in English. Travel if you can. Traveling to new places forces you to adapt and to speak the language. So if you can do that, that will definitely improve your English. What else? Watch movies and TV series in English with English subtitles if you can. Try to absorb the language as much as possible. I would say those are the main pillars. Obviously, everybody studies in school and stuff English, but many times it's not enough. It's just not enough because you just do it for a grade and you don't really do it to perfect your own skills. All right, Khan says, please upload more gym workout videos. Yes, I really should, shouldn't I? How do I get a perfect body like yours? So again, with the perfection thing, I don't have a perfect body, guys. I'm just, I'm just trying to keep up with my fitness levels. I'm going to gym as much as I can. I don't think I have a perfect body. I would say keep working hard, watch your diet, don't eat processed foods, and yeah, go outside, run, cycle, go to the gym. Sit 1.5 hours in the gym and do a proper workout. That's the only way. You cannot skip those things. What was your feeling when you relocated to the UAE? What did you do on your first day? Well, I had my transfer from the airport to my accommodation. So I came into the accommodation, had my bags in, went to my room, and there was a sort of a welcome pack by Etihad. Yeah, I just settled in, It was evening time, so I went to sleep. There's nothing much to talk about. I just saw my apartment, saw my room, I got introduced to the heat levels in the UAE. Basically, that's what I did my first day. Next question, how many days before you are announced that you will have a new flight? That is the roster. So we have the rosters, let's say 5 or 6 days before the new month begins. 4th, 25th, I will have the roster for the next month. So then I will know what I will have next month. You can also check my roster reveals for that. Oh, yes, indeed. Are they still hiring for cabin crew? Oh, yes, they are. They are in Emirates, in Etihad in Qatar. All the major airlines, I would say, they are recruiting. European airlines, they're recruiting a lot as well. So it's a period of growth, this one, because it's post-pandemic. People are flying, people are having vacations and so on and so forth. It's summertime right now. Also, airlines needs more crew. I gave an interview today with Qatar, only one girl selected out of 40. I am shocked, even though I did well. Well, first of all, congratulations, and I'm happy that you participated. It's good to go to those interviews, even though you didn't succeed. It's an experience. You always should see it as an experience. 1 out of 40, that's quite a low margin, I would say. I don't know what to say on this situation. Each recruitment is different. Sometimes the recruiters can be very picky, I guess. Let's see. Next question. I'm a male, 173 centimeters. Can I get a cabin crew job in Qatar Airways? So guys, I'm not a Qatar Airways crew. I work for Etihad, but still, I can take this question, I guess. If you were to be honest right here, if you were to select a person that's shorter and a person that's taller, probably the airline will go for the taller person, right? Although you are within the limits. Is it a rule? No. Can you still pass? Yes, you can still pass. There's some things in life you cannot change. For example, you cannot change your height. Can you change your appearance, your hairstyle, your weight? Can you change that? Can you change your outfit? Yes, you can. Can you improve yourself and improve your English or other skills that you might have? Yes. So whatever you can work on, you should work on. But your height will remain the same. And that's fine. Everybody's different. You still have a shot. So I guess what I would suggest is try it out. Go to those interviews, see how it goes. What do you have to lose? Okay, another question. How does cabin crew pass time when a flight isn't busy? It's the famous galley FM. This is how we call it. Basically gossips, who is with who, what kind of relationships are happening and all of that stuff. Like a lot of gossiping. Generally, it's a good mood on flights. Crew are having coffee in the galley when flight is not busy, eating too much. That's definitely a thing, It's so easy to overeat as a cabin crew, and many crew, as they come to the job the first 6 months or first 1 year, they might have some weight issues, or they might gain some weight. Others they might lose. It's hard to balance those things. We have a lot of food on board. If it's not a busy flight and crew are bored in the galley, they will eat. That's for sure. They will eat a lot. I know, because I am doing that. I'm eating a lot. Are there any restrictions with applicants who wear glasses? The answer is no. We have many cabin crew that wear glasses or contact lenses, and it's fine. All right, an interesting question from Justina, which is a Romanian name, mostly. Can I attend assessment day without waiting 6 months if I failed group discussion? Well, normally you do have to wait 6 months at the same airline to apply again. Now there are certain people that they use a different email address, they register again, and then they apply again. Do I advise that? Not really. Can you do that? Well, I mean, you guys are adults, you decide for yourselves. Next question. Hello Alex, good wishes from India. Greetings, my Indian friend. My question is, what is your take on Qatar Airways and the life of a cabin crew there? My brother has been in Qatar around 4 years. He resigned some time ago and now he's working in Madrid. He enjoyed his life in Qatar. Obviously, there's more restrictions over there put in place for the daily life of a cabin crew. For example, we all know about the 12-hour rule. 12 hours before your flight, you have to be inside of your accommodation and stuff like that, right? That's one of the restrictions, let's say. So, my brother was okay with all of this because he's not really outgoing. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink. He just has his workouts and he trains a lot. So if you give him that, if you give him a racetrack and a gym and stuff, he's happy. He's a happy person. But if you are outgoing, if you like to smoke and drink, maybe then Qatar Airways is not your airline of choosing. All right, next question. Do I intend to keep working in the aviation industry after leaving the job as a cabin crew? This question is badly formulated. I believe you were asking me if I intend to keep working. And the answer here is yes, maybe. If I get the ground job, let's say as a cabin crew trainer or something similar to that, I would really appreciate and enjoy such a position. And yeah, that might be a way in which I will still work in the aviation industry, for example. I didn't apply for any of those jobs, but I'm just projecting it out there as a possibility. All right, would you ever change airlines? Have you thought of working for another one? No, I did not. I always thought of Etihad being the first airline and the last airline I would work for as a cabin crew. So many people are asking me, Alex, why don't you move to Emirates? Why don't you go and work for Emirates? You will surely get the interview. Just move to Dubai. Your sister now lives in Dubai and is part of Emirates. So why don't you? Well, I'm already promoted to business class in Etihad. You know, I have my life here. I have some friends here. Switching airlines wouldn't make much sense for me. Plus, okay, Dubai is 1 hour away from me. I can always go to Dubai and enjoy my time there if I want to. So, okay, has any passenger ever asked you to go for a date with her on your layover? Do I really have to answer this? What did you do before you become a cabin crew? I was mainly working in sales. I worked for Inditex. I guess you all know Bershka, the store, or Zara. I was also a host at weddings and the wedding planner. Finally, I did that for a short period of time and then I came to Etihad. Why does cabin crew must be having an ideal or proportional body? Who said that? Who said that? Because it's not true. Would you think only people that look like Hercules are applying for a cabin crew position? No. You think that only girls that have 90, 60, 90 are applying and getting those jobs? No. I would say there's all kinds of shapes and sizes, but the BMI itself is important. So if your BMI is on the green zone, that's a good sign. That's what the airlines, they also want. But nobody says anything about the ideal proportional body. I don't know about that. Okay, if my height is 162 centimeters, am I still able to pass the stage? Well, recently Etihad introduced the 165 centimeters height. So I would say no, you might not pass from this point of view, but you never know. I actually saw some assessments that didn't have the 165 centimeter requirement. They just had a 212 on the tiptoes reach. So I'm not sure, you can still apply. Also apply for other airlines. You will surely have an edge over there. Many people, they have even less than 160 centimeters, but they can still reach 212 on tiptoes. So it all depends. It all depends. Etihad is a bit more strict about it, as I said before, with 165 nowadays. Did Etihad limit the scoliosis degree? I don't know what you're talking about here. We don't really have a scoliosis degree thingy. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not sure about this question. I have a bit of scoliosis, I think. My body is just a bit on the right. I think everybody has a bit of scoliosis nowadays. Unless it's a serious condition, you know, it's serious affecting your daily life and you have pains, I think you're fine if you don't have that. So, you are in Masdar or Forsan? New joiner, happy to meet you. Mr. Majed, greetings to you, my fellow colleague. Welcome to Abu Dhabi, and I am in Masdar area. Yeah. What do you think about the new generation hired for crew position in Etihad? Okay, so one of the things is whenever there's a lot of new joiners in any airline, the old crew, they complain about the new crew. Oh, those new crew, you know, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not as good as they should be. I was way more professional when I started than those guys. So it's all, you know, it's all like that in airlines when a lot of new joiners they arrive. At least from my experience, I met very good new joiners, hardworking people. So I cannot say I had a bad experience with new joiners that they don't know what they're doing or stuff like that. Obviously, sometimes you'll have people that, you know, they have their heads in the clouds, you know, they're dreaming of their layover and they're not focused while being on board and they might make mistakes or they're just disinterested. But yeah, I didn't see that often. I'm struggling with gaining weight. I know how hard cabin crew life is. Do you keep yours stable? Yeah, my weight is pretty stable since I was 20 years old. I pendulate between 80 kilograms and 86. So between 80 and 86, this is my weight usually. It all depends. It all depends. For cabin crew, sometimes it's hard, and many times when they join, they either gain or lose weight, as I said before. So I would say just go by the flow. If you see you are gaining, you know, try to reduce the amount of calories you're eating, you know, try to eat more healthy, maybe go to a keto diet. That kind of diet really helps me as well, you know, skip breakfast maybe a little bit, have some intermittent fasting, it's quite popular nowadays, and those things work, you know, coupled with the workout, they keep your weight in balance, that's for sure. Now, if you want to gain weight, because if you think you're too skinny, that's a different topic. I would say working out with weights in the gym helps, and also eating a caloric surplus helps. So yeah, it all depends. I look in the mirror, I see, okay, I have to lose a couple of pounds. I train for that, right? So it all depends. You just have to adjust. All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna end the video here because we already are over time with those kind of videos. But if you're still watching up until this point, I thank you, my dear subscriber or my dear viewer. I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed those kind of videos. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do. Please remember, there is a Zoom call available with me. If you book a session down below, there's the link. Also, give a like to this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. Until next time, my name is Alex. It's a pleasure to make those videos for you guys. Bye bye, take care.